Hi, it's Mike here. I want to be able to share with you a wonderful new program here called the Easy Move Cross Collateral Program. Think of this as a competitor to bridge loans or some other financing for that options that are out there. And let's take a look, see what this program really is. This is kind of a program designed to allow a home buyer or homeowner to use the equity of their home to purchase or construct a new home by obtaining one loan against the new property and the existing property. So basically, you have one mortgage covering two properties. When the existing property is sold and the principal balance is reduced by a predetermined amount, then the lender will release the existing property and reamortize the borrower's loan over the remaining term. No refinance required. It's really that simple. So what does that mean? Okay, you're currently living in a residence. You're a homeowner. You want to buy another property, but you want to use the equity in your home to do so. You go ahead and buy that other property using this program. So you have, and if you have a mortgage on there, it will be paid off with this. So you'll have one mortgage covering two properties. When the property you currently have is sold, you can go ahead and use that money to pay down that property, and then go ahead and reamortize over the length of that time. So let's say, for example, you sell your property after 3 months. So you basically will reamortize over the remaining 29 and 3/4 years, so 9 months remaining on that at the lower loan balance. So your monthly payments will obviously adjust as a result of that. So let's take a look at a couple examples here. We'll start off with one that has no mortgage, so it's a free and clear property valued at $1 million. And that person wants to buy a similar property, $1 million property. So when they go ahead and buy, it'll be combined. It'll be a $2 million property. We will take a look at the calculation of 0.75% or take 75% of this $2 million loan amount. So you can basically, in essence, qualify for a $1.5 million initial loan amount on this. So in theory, with this, you can use the equity of your property, buy the next property with no money out of pocket on this. So once you sell your property, you can go ahead and reduce that loan amount. So we do require that. This will go all the way up to the maximum loan amount of $3 million. Now this can adjust. The larger the loan amount, the smaller that will grow. So anything above one, in this scenario, this max up to $1.5 million at 0.75. It will reduce down to 0.7 once you go above that. Between $1.5 million, I think $2 million, and there's different. It reduces the larger the loan amount. So let's take a look here at one with a mortgage, similar program, but with a $500,000 loan amount. So we basically got $1 million property at $500,000. So the max you could borrow on this would be at $1 million. So in essence, to cover closing costs and everything, you would probably need to come out of pocket with this. So again, you're going to want to take a look at what your net would be on the sale of your current residence. And then, of course, the loan to obtain this loan as well. So you got a couple different closing costs you would have to factor in there. And of course, you'll be keeping at least $100,000 in the as a result of this. So what are musts or requirements for this? Well, the borrower will qualify based on the end loan amount, so a minimum of $100,000 after the loan reduction. So in essence, so in those scenarios we had, let's say $1.5 million, they could buy that all the way down to at least $100,000 or greater, or a little bit more than that. But they'll qualify based on that lower amount. So they're not qualifying based on the larger loan amount, the $1.5 million. They're basing it off of the lower loan amount after everything's all said and done. You can get this in a 30-year fix, 15-year fix, a 3, 6, or 5, 6 SOFR ARM. And then there's also another nice thing about this is that there's no timeline when you have to sell the current property. However, you will be paying a monthly mortgage payment based on the initial loan amount. So if you have that initial loan amount at $1.5 million, you're paying mortgage payments based on that loan amount. So just buyer beware, so to speak. You must also show 12 months reserves based on the initial loan amount. So if you're taking out that $1.5 million, you have to show that you have payments for both properties in there for 12 months. they want to make sure that you're able to cover the costs of those properties during this time frame. Rates are based on market rates, so these aren't like exponentially high or anything. So you think that maybe some of these, it might come in like a second mortgage, it might hit you with a really high rate. No, these are actually based on the market rates out there. However, on the initial loan amount, it will carry a 0.25% rate hit on it. So, for example, if your rate is at 7%, your base rate's at 7%, on the initial rate, it'll be at 7.25%. But once you sell that property and reduce the loan amount, you'll reduce it down at 0.25%. So it'll go back down to the base at 7%. So instead of at 7.25 for the initial loan amount, it'll reduce down to 7%, and you'll be making payments based on the loan reduction as well. So if you reduce it all the way down, let's say you had a $1.5 million property, you buy down $100,000, you're basically paying payments on at $100,000 at the 7% rate over the remaining term of that loan. And both properties must be in the same state, so you can't have a property in one state and then try and moving state to another state. It has to be in the same state. And then also both properties, they will have appraisals completed on this. So if you guys got any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm here, and let's see if we can help you buy your next home.